Engineering and environmental services provide engineering services and environmental oversight for the township. We do oversight of capital improvement projects, whether that is water, sewer, or safety paths. We also do site plan reviews for both commercial and residential development. Public Works is our owner and operator. So if it's new, it's engineering that's putting it in. If it's maintaining the existing stuff, that's what Public Works does for us. Between Public Works and engineering, we have a little bit of a gray area. We're beyond the place where we can do routine maintenance to maintain our water system, and it comes to a time where it's more economical to completely replace it. So what we did in Vernor Estates is we did a full replacement of all the water mains, including the main itself, water service lines in the right-of-way, as well as fire hydrants and other operating valves to make the whole system work.
Over time, pipes break down, or we have breaks, and we keep track of how many breaks are happening in certain areas. And that way we can look ahead to plan to remove those areas.
Vernor Estates, they just voted to have the roads replaced, and they're paying into what we call an SAD. And next summer, the Road Commission of Oakland County will repave all the roads in Vernor Estates.
So planning ahead on this job, this water main was on our list to replace anyways. But to get ahead of it before the road project was less intrusive on the homeowners.
We decided to do pre-chlorinated pipe bursting versus open trenches. So instead of digging up all the pipe, having trenches throughout the whole neighborhood, which would, of course, block access to intersections, driveways, and be a much more intrusive project, we actually put the new water main directly through the old water main.
Using the pipe bursting method, we're able to do stretches of water main 200-300 feet at a time, shut down the services to the existing homes, put in the water main, and put it back in service within a 12-hour span of time, which is a lot more efficient and less messy. The high-density polyethylene will actually curve, so instead of replacing, say, a small bend like an 11¼ degree bend, the high-density polyethylene will actually make that bend and turn as it follows along behind the splitter. Basically, it makes less mechanical fittings, and this just eliminates another spot where you could have a potential leak.
The residents provide is the feedback that helps us inform our decisions. We had break data on like where water mains are breaking, where we're having sewer leaks. We have age of their infrastructure, but then there's only so many of us in the EESD. We have 7 people total, and even if you add Public Works in there, we don't have eyes everywhere in the community. So that kind of feedback helps us know where the problems are. That gives us feedback to help get into the decision what projects need to be done. Public Works is our owner-operator, so they get a large input in that. And then we're really making recommendations based on all of that together with Public Works to the Board of Trustees, which will make the actual investment decision on behalf of the township. We start with a relatively small staff in the township that works oversight the projects. We really provide the big picture oversight, what projects be done when, and then we do have direct hands-on, but we hire out the heavy lifting. We don't have designers for every different type of project, so we'll go to an architect and engineer firm, in this case, Hubbell, Roth & Clark, to give us that expertise. A couple of the problems that come to mind is utility conflicts. We're going to do detailed reviews, field walkthroughs of the project if things will still happen. So we may have to just simply move something, such as, hey, this fire hydrant was planned here. When we open up the ground, we find out, you know what, this natural gas line is 5 feet further to the south than we thought it was. So we can do some relocations and adjustments for that way. But other things happen that are a little bit beyond our control.
Sometimes the ground is so hard that we've actually had to dig up relief holes, take some of the pressure off. Seeing this water main was installed over 60 years ago, that ground has, over time, basically gotten so hard that it would hold us up to the point it would actually snap the rods on the machine. So we had to actually dig a few extra holes that we hadn't planned on. With the change in weather, we now have full snow. It does make it difficult for the contractors to do the work. Instead of using what we would normally use as a hot mix asphalt, bring in a machine, put the asphalt down, compress it, and roll it out. Because of the weather change, we are no longer able to get the hot mix asphalt. Nobody's making it. So instead, we're using one material that's called cold patch. So our contractor throughout the winter is going to have to look at it, come back, put more down, compact it as well as they possibly can. And that way we still have good, safe roads for homeowners to drive on.
In engineering, often we think that if we don't hear anything, we're doing our jobs right. Nobody wants to hear about water main breaks. So in some cases, our job is to get ahead of that kind of stuff. In other cases, we'll respond to that stuff. But in all cases, communication with the public is a really important part of what we do. We welcome people coming into the office, we welcome phone calls, and we welcome people, honestly, waving at us as we're driving down the street, especially if we're in a community, right? One of the reasons that I go at the project every day, it helps me keep my pulse on the project. It also helps me be available with a Bloomfield Township sticker on the side of my vehicle and vest that I wear out there to identify, hey, if they have a problem, they can come find me. And I love doing that. I love being where the rubber meets the road. I think we really do a good job of having an open relationship with the community, and I think many residents feel comfortable coming to us with their problems and sometimes with their compliments.